No one's here yet, but hi guys. You might be watching the playback. I don't want you to be not hearing me talking. I'm putting my gloves on. Got a couple of these. Okay. Sorry guys, I got a little distracted. Trying to pull this live stream up on my channel so I can see it on my other device. Oh my goodness, you guys, we're really hitting the goal. Okay, we have gone up. If you just give me a second, it's I think it's like 32 subscribers in the last 28 days. So if you're sharing the video and liking the video and commenting on the video, oh my goodness, thank you. Your your support is really helping my channel. So know that from the bottom of my heart, I absolutely love you. Okay, so I'm just going to continue like people are here. I think I'm the only one here because I'm watching from another, but it wouldn't count me, right? So someone might be here. If you're here, I love you. Thank you for coming. I'm trying to fix my camera. There we go. I hope yeah, that looks good. So as you can see, I have been trying to teach myself how to do this new layered rose situation. And we're going to say at the beginning, like these first three, wow, that's just bad, bad, bad. Okay, so we're going to get rid of those. We're not gonna we're not gonna deal with that, right? We're not dealing with that. But didn't want to just. I hope my phone didn't just screw that up. I'm sorry. I hope it didn't. Um. Anyway, uh, I didn't want to just say, "Hey, I got this on the first try," because that's not true. That's not true. So what I'm gonna do is just like leave these over here. Hopefully you can, so you can see them a little bit. Let me see if I can scooch in on this. Do you guys know, will it let me scooch in on? Yes, it will. Okay, there we go. I want to be more in. And wait, let's be more in and more down. Because that's the way I work, is more down. So forgive my adjustments. Forgive my adjustments. I'm going to try to leave that there for you guys to see. So I decided, and now I'm kind of rethinking my decision, but at least on the green one, I was going to do this purple and the green. Um, this purple looks almost black, but as you can see, if you see inside here, it's actually purple, right? So I thought that would be really pretty. that would look cool. But I'm feeling like I don't like the idea of the green as much anymore. Let's do orange instead. What do you think? You're not here, so I'm just going to do what I want. So this is what we're going to do is lay down a blob of orange and the purple. And then each one is going to get a blob of white. But that's going to take a little more time because I'm almost out of white. That's fine. There we go. Okay. So to get started, we need to paint these nails. Guys, I'm trying not to be nervous. I feel nervous. I mean, nobody's even here, but I feel hella nervous. It's really quiet here in the house right now because half of the people are sleeping and the other half are gone. Okay, that's a very pretty, beautiful orange. So I'm glad I picked that. And we're working with Lanfo, by the way. But you can work with literally any polish. You know, if you leave this one just a single coat, it's very much a jellyish purple, and I respond to that. I'm going to play around with that, I think. Probably should have put down a base coat. I struggle with this side of not getting it polished correctly, so we're double checking that and popping it in the lamp. Now, when you're doing this kind of nail, it's really cool because you really have to trust the process. Um, and I'm finding that the thinner you work, honestly, the better. You need the layers, but they need to overlap enough and they need to be thin enough so when you go into file, which is where the magic happens, you don't file it away too much, which is what has happened right up here and definitely in areas on the side. And you can come in and paint as well because that's what Dorota did. But um, I think the less of that, the better to my mind because it just looks so much better when it's encapsulated in the builder gel. And that's what we're going to work with today is builder gel. Okay. I feel like this orange one doesn't really need a second coat, but I am going to give the purple one a second coat real quick. I just think it needs it. Definitely got a sticky layer. I'm going to have to keep that in mind because that might be good for putting pigments on. I really want to challenge myself in the next. I have ideas for the next, for this whole week actually, is pretty much planned. But the week after that, I'm going to try to do some neon nails. So if you like that kind of stuff, and Halloween as well, if you like Halloween, please come on back because I want to see your smiling face as often as possible. So I'm popping that one in the lamp and we're going to start the process on this one, which is honestly so simple. We've got some builder gel here by Vrenmal. I don't even know if Landfill has builder gel, so if you know, let me know. Comment section. You know what to do. And I'm just going to use this tiny little brush, okay? And then I'm going to wet it a little with some alcohol because I just find it works better that way. And then I'm going to dip it in and pick up a blob. And then I'm going to let it sit for a second and become a little droplet. I'm listening to myself in my head, in my headphones, they're not, I have AirPods and then I have another thing that's sort of like those, I can't think of the name. They're all over, everybody's, like everyone has a sponsorship with them, that Raycon. They're kind of like the Raycons. My daughter has the Raycons. But I don't have Raycon money right this second, so I bought some on clearance sale Lenovo's for $15. So I'm listening to myself on that, and it's weird to be talking and then just a few seconds later hear what I said. That's why sometimes I'm pausing in a weird way because I'm hearing what I said. So I'm going to pop this in the lamp, and then we're going to repeat that over here. Um, I'm telling you what I'm doing, but I'm learning this technique. I don't want anyone to confuse this with a tutorial, and I should have put that in parentheses. Not a tutorial, because I'm just doing a learning thing right here, and I'm not trying to pretend it's anything but that. Okay, so once you get a nice little blob, you can just sort of scoop it off. And once you see that on there, you can also tell again that it's purple under there. I love this color. It's pretty. I made kind of a mess, so what I'm going to do is just grab a crappy little brush that I use for cleanup and straighten it out a little. Okay, and into the lamp. And I decided to do two as well because of Dorota's video. She actually did two at a time, so she was always working the whole time. And I'm like, girl, you're brilliant. I really love her. Like serious love. We're going to pull out the Winstonia. I'm going to use the short and the medium. Honestly, if I had two shorts, I would do that. And I feel like for just these instances, I would buy another set. Okay, so I'm going to load my brush really good because if you don't load these really good, they just don't flow well. And I am going to make just a slightly lighter color of the orange to start. And this middle part, that's just going to be our little palette, right? Where we play with color. And off to the sides, we can get darker or lighter as needed. And then we're going to come in and just make petals. This is not a perfectly round ball, which I meant to make, but I have to say I don't hate it. And I feel like I'm going to play with this technique to make an eyeball, so stay tuned. Definitely hit subscribe and keep watching the channel because I am trying to so hard challenge myself with my art. Ah, look at that, making messes. There we go. Please always use gloves when you're using gel, and uh, you might get it on your hands. That's not safe, okay? Okay, we're going to start mixing our purple. And we're going to go deeper in here. I might need more purple, honestly. And you can add as much color as you need to get where you need to be. Okay, I like that a lot. I like how it's getting sort of a gray quality, which reminds me of this blue one. Oh, I just made a mess. I mean, seriously, what the heck? Okay, just gonna make our petals. And now this is the part where it starts to get tricky because you really want to keep it flat, is what I'm finding out. Because otherwise, you end up, instead of it being like this, it's more up and down, which is also a cute look. And it looks kind of like modern art. And that gave me an idea that I think I'm going to do on myself. But I think that once you've overlapped it, you need to take it out further and flatter than I've been doing, I mean. So you definitely need that overlap because that's where you get those cool shadows. But doing it out further and flatter is going to allow you to keep more of the petals, I think. And I'm saying I think because, like I said earlier, this is not a tutorial. This is me teaching myself a new technique. So please enjoy my paint. Okay. And I think I like that. I'm going to pop that in the lamp. You can also just let it settle for a second and then pop it in the lamp. And then the same thing over here. Guys, if you're not watching TV, will you put it on mute and put my live stream on so I have a viewer? Thank you. Okay, did you hear me telling my kids to just watch my video, please? Hold on. One more time. But not on Gigi. Okay. I don't want her to do it on my channel. I'm not trying to cheat or anything. It's just nice to see a number, right? Oops, I got a little crazy there. But we're going to make our little situation. So I woke up yesterday and my knee was killing me. Okay, I have a viewer. No one that's going to pay attention because, my kids don't really watch my channel that much. But at least there's a number there. Okay, so we put down the clear. So we are going to come in on our palette. Oh, I'm seriously making a mess. And we're going to grab a slightly lighter bit of our orange and just lay it on top and make a shadow. Draw that petal. And this way you can just mix up as much as you need and you don't have a whole ton of color sitting there. You're just using what you need to use and then you can keep mixing. I'm going to tell you, Dorota is one of my favorite YouTubers for teaching you how to do techniques because she really breaks stuff down in a very easy to understand way. Okay, we're lamping that. And then we're going to do the same thing with our blue. Or our purple, I mean. Purple. Purple. Just a little bit lighter. And then just on the gel that we put down. This is hard to see. I actually want to clean that off. I don't feel like that was right. When I watch this back, I'm going to really laugh at myself for real. I mean, that's if I watch it back, because usually I don't. I was actually going to try to do this live stream yesterday, but I was really not getting the technique down. And by the time I was getting better at it, it was late, and I was cooking this strawberry reduction because um, my granddaughter wanted a pink cake, and it just wasn't enough for us that we go buy a mix, which my older daughter did. But we looked up a recipe and went and got the stuff, and we're going to make a more fancy one. But it does take a tiny bit more work than a box cake. So um, I was up late making strawberry reduction. Oh, I was thinking I was putting this on, but really I need to put the gel on. Oops, oopsie doopsie. That's too much. Wow, and it's got some blue in it too, or some purple in it. I'm going to clean this off. That's weird. I guess there was a lot of sticky layer there. Wow, that was super artsy. I did a great job. Okay, somebody else is here too. Hi, whoever you are. Welcome. Oops. Oh, then they left. Wah, wah, wah. That's all right. Thank you for stopping by. I'm trying to keep this super thin, which I'm positive is what I was doing wrong originally. Cool. We're just going to let it go, let it be what it is. All right. Excuse me. All right. Where have you guys, when you're watching this playback? Because I don't think, oh, I see one more person might be here. But if you've seen this technique, who have you seen do it? Give me some clues of who else to watch, because I really want to perfect this because this is a really fun technique and it would be great to have another tool in the tool belt, right? If you're here, say hello. 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 Don't mind me, I'm just a goober. I think it's cool too if you get a little bit of variation. I don't think your colors have to be perfectly mixed. I like roses that have, I think they're called variegated roses. I really like those. So I think it's fun to add that situation to the roses that you might be drawing or creating or whatever. I love roses, they're super awesome. I also like lilies, but if I don't have to smell them because they smell kind of smell like cat pee. I don't know why, but that's been my experience with them. All right, mix up a little bit lighter here. Right, I like that little bit of white in there. I think it looks pretty. Well, it looks like I'm all by myself again. No, one more person is back. Sorry, I'm going to stop paying attention to that because it's just too um, distracting. All right, we're going to add some more gel. So this technique is the same over and over and over again, and then you file. Pretty much, pretty much. And you want to always make sure you're overlapping a little because that gives you that shadow that like when you do a shadow French, which I still haven't 100% mastered that. And I need to try it a little bit more. It's just so much filing and it gets daunting, especially if I were to try to do it on myself. Oh, that's hard. So I ordered a new gel and poly gel from a different company than I've ever used before. So I'm super excited to get that. I did not realize that it was coming directly from China, but it is. So it'll probably be here in I don't know, a week or two. I would assume it is coming by plane, but they're not sending the plane just for me. So that shit's gotta. Oh, sorry, my French. That stuff has got to get filled up before they send the plane. So I'll be seeing it when I see it, and then you'll see it. But I'm excited to try it. I saw it in. I want to say it was a TikTok, and as soon as I saw the packaging, and when I get it and show it to you, I'll explain what I mean. But as soon as I saw the packaging, I knew I wanted to try it, and so I ordered it, and they're polygel, which they call acrylic gel, FYI. Oh shoot, this is not cured. Crap on a cracker. Let's cure that. I don't know what happened there. Oh, that sucks. So we're just going to sit here for a moment and enjoy each other's company because that's still curing. I don't know how that's going to look in the end result, but I'm super curious now. I'm not going to let it upset me or anything because that would be silly. I mean, that it would be easy to get upset about that, but I'm just going to transcend it today. I've got so much gunk and stuff on my forms or my stands. I need to clean them. I thought I just did, but this is definitely some green gel polish. It doesn't want to come off. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's a little better. All right, let's pick up where we left off. Goodness gracious. That is not what you want. I'm a little wondering how that's going to work out after the file, but we'll see. Because that's not as thin as everything around it. A learning experience is what we're about to have. Which this whole thing is really, right? And I'm trying really hard to keep it super thin at the edge here because I want to be able to encapsulate and file without removing the color like happened here and on all the other ones except this green one really is the only one that looks pretty good. So I'm gonna just try to keep it super thin here. And this side we're not even down that far yet. So because this one was a little off center, which I thought was kind of cool. We'll see how that works out. I made a mess here, so let's clean that. So we're going to start coming in a little more on the white side. I don't know why I'm sing-songy. Because that's annoying, so I'm going to not do that again. We might need some more orange on here. The hard part about doing live streams for me and why I end up not doing them more is I like to watch movies or TV while I work. And the fun part about live streams is that people talk to you and you can have, conversations and chats and stuff. But when you're first getting started, you don't usually have a lot of people that come. And so it makes it difficult to have enough stuff to say. And I start to get bored and I start to want to watch something on TV or listen to music or, something. Listen to a scary story on a creepy pasta channel. If you're watching this on on playback later, do you have any favorite creepy pasta channels? Sorry, I lost myself there for a second. Here we go. We are gonna pop this in the old Lamparoonie. Once in a while, somebody will pop in and then they'll be gone a few seconds later. So I'm just not going to respond to anybody else unless they, like say something. All right. So we're going to come in and make it even lighter over here. Drag some of that white in. I almost said yellow. I'm not sure why. It's crazy how this purple is really turning kind of blue. I like it though. I mean, I guess it's kind of got a lavendery vibe, but it's more bluey. Oh, bluey. I only know bluey because I have young grandkids. Sorry, I get lost in what I'm doing and I forget to talk to you, which is another reason why I'm not very good at working and talking to you at the same time, like long hair, pretty nails, Evie does. She is really good at that. And so is, um, you know her name. She used to be for Light Elegance. No, not Light Elegance, Neo Nails. But now she's not anymore. She does her own thing with the camera guy. Um, I can't think of her name for some reason. But regardless, she's really good at talking to the camera, but she's usually got someone there with her. So she's not really talking to us, she's talking to them and explaining what she's doing. So that's a little bit different, but anyway, it's just a block I need to get through. That's all. No big deal. Ow. All right. That's a little more than I want for that side section. I'm going to try to get in this hole, fill that in. If you were doing this on a client or for a client or a friend or even yourself, that would be a very weak spot that could jeopardize your nails structure. So you would not want to leave that there. And again, I'm just trying to keep this side bit as thin as possible. while still filling in that hole. I don't know why I found that so funny, but it amused me. I need to keep my posture straight because yesterday I was not sitting correctly, I don't think, because my back was really hurting, and that's not good. Okay, we're going to be done with the building portion of these nails in just a couple more sections. And then I'm really not going to be able to talk much because it's going to be filing time and it's going to get loud. So if you are here, you're probably going to want to turn it down because I have a drill and a dust collector. So it's not quiet. Practicing this is a great way to use up the last bits of your builder gel if you have jars like me that are just barely got enough in there for a few nails. Okay. All right, we need to really lighten this up. Okay, we are getting close to the end. Oh, it takes a long time to make these nails. Guys, I'm sorry I'm being boring, but nobody was here with me, so it was hard to keep talking. There's still a little blue in there. I feel like I'm going to let it ride. I don't know why, for some reason, Britney Spears just popped into my head singing, I'm a slave. I'm going to stop singing it now so I don't get copyright. You know, she got everybody coming after her money. Ten, 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 ten. Just trying to remind myself to keep it thin, thin, thin. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. I'm pretty sure. Excuse me. And I'm gonna do a half petal on this side, and then on the other side as well. Darn it. That would not come off my finger. Okay, what I'm going to do now is add some white to this. Just add some white. And then we're going to mix that in. And see if we can more. Yeah, we do. And I'm actually going to just use this little spatula. That's much better. And I'm not positive I correctly cured that other one, so we're going to let it go while I add some white to this. And we're going to add a little more to this as well. Just the palest, pale, pale, pale. All right. All right, this is our last layers. And oh, shoot, no, we're not done there. We're not done there. I don't know what I was thinking. Don't know what I was thinking. But we are on our last layers. Sorry. We are. I just was not where I thought I was with this one. All right, popping that in. Now we're on the last layer of this. Oops, of this one for sure. I dropped the lid to my gel. And honestly, we are only just going to overlap it the tiniest bit, just so we get the littlest bit of a shadow up here. And then I am just going to paint it down a little to smooth it out. We're not really trying to build anything here. Just I want that tiny bit of overlap there. And same down at the bottom. This is just, I'm trying to keep it as thin as I can. And wow, that did not cure down there very good. So I gotta have another chance right now. Wow, it really didn't. Just use this gel to smooth everything out a little bit. It is gonna get covered, but actually, no. That's bumming me out, man. We're just gonna redo this little section right here. Even though it's not an exact match anymore, it's still close enough. Wow, that was crazy. I guess I was a little too thick there with my application. That's a lesson learned. Keep your keep your layers thin on everything. That's what I'm doing here, keeping it super, super thin. Okay, let's try again to add a layer of gel down here for our overlap. That is better. All right, popping that in the lamp too. And I think I'm just going to add the tiniest bit more white to this so that other petals that's coming over is a different color, right? I like that idea. Oh, there it is. Oh, I guess you're right. All right. I like that. That's pretty. I've been watching off and on the last few weeks. Uh, Whose line is it anyway? And so I have that Irish drinking song tune stuck in my head. Okay, I've got the blue in my hand, so let's do that real fast. And the last little bit down here. Okay, so that is the layering part of our rose. Of the blue one anyway, this one, the purple one I mean. It really does read blue though when you start adding the white. In my mind, anyway, in my mind. All right. Now, same treatment over here. We're just gonna overlap and bring it all the way to the bottom. Oh, I'm having a little wheezy situation. I think I better hit my inhaler. Now we are going to do some filing next, but you might not want to just yet get rid of your colors because you might want to come in and do a little touching up here and there. So I would set everything to the side though, so you don't get dust in there. But clearly I'm not going to have a ton of stuff left over, but it might be enough for what we need. If we need some, wink, 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 we probably will. If I even go that far, because honestly, we'll see how they look and if I think they're savable, right? All right, popping this in the lamp, and I'm going to grab my inhaler and my coffee, which I could probably use fresh coffee. This is pretty old. But I have it in this, so even though I have coffee down the side, it keeps it pretty warm. Guys, we've been here over an hour. I think I'm going to have to file these off camera and bring them back to you in a short, or maybe just do the filing in a short because I've got stuff I want to do with the rest of my day. So I love you so much if you stop by. And if you see this in a playback and you're mad at me for not finishing, let me know all about it because I appreciate you and your feedback. Talk to you guys later. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye.